Oh, am I glad to see you, Wizard. I'm afraid all the renovations we've done in Wizard City have led to a few unintended consequences. You know, construction noise, dust, broken windows, and a handful of seismic tremors. Nothing major, but we did cause this hole in the bedrock. I had directed my crew to fix the hole ASAP, but apparently curiosity got the better of young Doug.
Doug's always been keen on holes. A natural-born digger, that one. Unfortunately, he never quite mastered the art of digging himself out.
According to the city plans, there's a network of runoff drains running beneath this area. Poor guy probably just can't find his way out.
Or he's got himself cornered by a cave troll or a sewer kraken. Dog's always going on about being afraid of cave trolls and sewer krakens.
More than likely, he's simply gotten lost and disoriented in the dark.
Dog's even more afraid of the dark. Please, Wizard, you gotta go down there and rescue Dog. His mum will kill us if something happens to him.
Hello, young wizard. Have you heard about jewel socketing? It is the nearly lost art of adorning items with magical stones. An artisan named Catherine Rockhammer has opened a workshop in the shopping district to teach people about jewel socketing and crafting. I've already told Catherine all about you, and she's anxious to meet. Go speak with her when you get a chance. Oh, and tell her I say hello.
You're still living in the dorms, right? Did you know you can get better student housing? You should go and speak to Bugsley, the castle shopkeeper. He'll get you set up with a new castle of your own. Bugsley's in the shopping district. His shop is next to Alex Edge.
Welcome! You look like a wizard of means. Can I interest you in an exciting new castle home?
Hello, welcome to Rockhammer's Jewel Works, the motherlode of all things jewel crafting and jewel socketing. Oh, you must be that remarkably polished young wizard Eloise mentioned. Smashing! Let's dig right in. Magical jewels are extraordinary crystals you can affix to certain items to infuse them with unique statistical enhancements. We call this jewel socketing. Allow me to demonstrate with this cracked, accurate opal jewel and this athame. We'll start by opening the socketing page of your spellbook. The socketing page is where you'll physically affix your jewels into the special slots, called sockets, on your socketable items. Jewels have distinct shapes that only fit into corresponding sockets. Socketable items come with varying numbers and shapes of sockets. Now, notice that our athame only has a triangle socket. Lucky for us, our cracked accurate opal is a triangle cut. It's a perfect fit! And voila! Our athame has now been imbued with the magic of the cracked accurate opal, which gives us an accuracy stat boost in a jewel! Quick and easy, right? Now, before I turn you loose to start socketing yourself, I have one last important nugget for you. Each jewel can only be placed into a socket once. Although you can remove a jewel from a socket, it shatters the jewel completely. But you can affix a new jewel into that same socket. That way you can continually improve your most useful items. Well, that's the core of jewel socketing. If you ever need a refresher, feel free to reference my jewel socketing tome. And here, take this athame and this opal and give socketing a try yourself. You've seen how easy it is, and you can do it anywhere. Of course, acquiring jewels won't always be this easy. Jewels can certainly be found in treasure troves, lost hoards and so forth, but finding them is extremely rare. However, you can also craft your own jewels. As with any craft, you start with a recipe, which you can buy from a recipe vendor. There are many kinds of jewel crafting recipes, but the basic ingredients are the same. You'll need metal, which you can find throughout the spiral, a gem, which you can find or purchase from a vendor, and a treasure card. And of course, you need a jewel crafting station. When you craft a jewel, there's an element of randomness in the process, and you may get a more or less powerful result. For instance, if you use the same ruby recipe 3 times, you could craft 3 rubies with 3 different damage values. Now, because I want everyone in the spiral to enjoy jewel crafting as much as I do, I'm going to give you a jewel crafting station. All you need now is a jewel crafting recipe. I can't wait to hear about the jewels you craft and socket. Good luck, wizard!
Socketing is the act of affixing magical jewels to certain items in your inventory, which adds an array of enhancements to the items, enhancements that you can add to yourself by equipping the socketed item. Socketing will become available to you once you have reached level 15 and have completed the crafting quests from Eudora Tangletree in Old Town. To add a jewel to an item, open your backpack. Select an item that has sockets. Then click on the Affix Jewels button. You can only add a jewel to a matching socket. There are different shapes of jewels. Use the tabs at the top to sort through specific shapes to find the one you want. To enchant your object, simply select it on the left side of the screen. Then click the Affix button in the middle. Be warned, this cannot be undone. If you wish to replace this jewel in the future, you will need to select it and press the Shatter button to destroy it. You can then put a new jewel in that socket. Some items have sockets that are locked. They can be unlocked with a socket wrench or with crowns. To unlock a socket, click the Unlock All Sockets button on the Jewel Socketing page of your spellbook. This will pop up a menu where you can use a socket wrench, if you have one of the appropriate level, or crowns to unlock the socket. Jewel crafting works much the same way crafting other items works. However, when you craft a jewel, there's an element of randomness in the process. Even when you use the same recipe, each jewel you craft can have different enhancements with different values. You'll start with a jewel crafting station, then acquire specific recipes for crafting the different jewels. The higher level the jewel crafting recipe, the higher the level of the crafted jewel. Each jewel crafting recipe is different, but they all start with the basic ingredients of gems, metals, and treasure cards.
traditional theory holds that there are two broad categories of magic: elemental, fire, ice, storm, and spiritual, life, death, and myth. Legends of astral magic from ancient Celestia often complicated those old definitions, but there has yet to be physical evidence of the practice. It was ultimately the discovery of balance magic on Krokotopia that upended the previous paradigms and introduced a composite sorcery that blended the powers of the elemental schools while also being able to enhance or debilitate spiritual powers. Today, balance is considered one of the core 7 schools of magic, but many institutions have yet to fully incorporate it into curricula.
Oh! Another nasty little topsider. Let me guess. You's looking for that fuzzy flea farm what came scratching round here, ain't yous? I'd be happy to tell you where he is, but I'm gonna needs me a little favor first. You see them workers over there? They stole my tools. I can't work without my tools, and the boss don't allow no freeloaders. Capiche? You get me my tools, and I'll tell you where your doggy is.
About it. We was just messing with Manny. We didn't know he was going to sick a topsider on us. Here, give the big lava his tools back.
My tools! Now I can finally get back to work. Thanks, Wizard. I seen your dog pal a while back. Poor Pooch was running around whimpering, scratching at every door he could find. Then he made the mistake of scratching at that door over there, the one to the boss's office. Ain't seen hide nor hair of him since. I don't recommend entering the boss's office uninvited, but if you tells him that Manny Dibbles sent you, you should be okay. Probably. Good luck.
Oh, whoa! Hold it right there, you disgusting little topsider. What's that? Manny Dibbles sent you? I dislike that freeloading bum more than topsiders. Oh, whoa! Hold it right there, you disgusting little topsider. What's that? Manny Dibbles sent you? I dislike that freeloading bum more than topsiders. You know what they says? If you seize one topsider, there are thousands more you can't see. Let's book it out of here before the infestation.
Nasty! Oh, better get rid of that disgusting topsider before the boss finds out. Great! Another topsider's gonna come in here and get the boss all riled up! Thanks a lot, you disgusting little pest!
It is rude to barge into a place of business without an appointment. Boys, let us teach this topsider a lesson in proper office etiquette. Not bad, Topsider. You have earned my respect. But I must ask, why is it that you have so forcefully encroached up in my beloved drains? You have come to retrieve Doug? You must mean Douglas. I see. Well then, let us continue our business in a less formal setting. Meet me outside. Let me see if I have this straight. You trespass in my drains, assault me and my associates, and you wish to abscond with my best worker? You got moxie, kid. I like that. I am willing to negotiate for Douglas's services, but of course, I will require compensation in return. The various renovation projects that you topsiders have conducted up in Wizard City have caused significant structural damage to my drains. My workers have tried to fix things, but they are but humble sanitation engineers, not builders. Fix the structural damage, and then we'll talk. Molto bene. The walls are practically good as new. Thank you. Now that I know you can be trusted, let us discuss our mutual acquaintance. As you may know, Douglas possesses prodigious digging skills, surpassed only by his loyalty and desire to prove himself as the goodest of good boys. At present, Douglas is clearing the rubble from a collapsed service tunnel, a feat my other workers could not even dream of endeavoring to do. He's been hard at work for days now and should be close to finished. Go fetch Douglas from Service Tunnel C, and then we can discuss next steps.
I swear on my shovel, mate. I weren't trying to disturb no one's eternal sleep. Well, I was just digging 'cause the boss told me to.
Silence, Dogman. Desecrating the grave of a failed tree minder is punishable by death. Wait, who is this? Your grave-robbing accomplice?
Oh, spectacular timing, wizard! Help!
Enough! You've learned your lesson, right? Good. Now be gone. The lot of you. And no more disturbing graves. Understood?
Understood. Come on, wizard. Let's hightail it out of here.
You have returned. Let us discuss. Are you feeling all right, Douglas? You look as though you have seen a ghost.
Well, see, what happened, Mr. the Boss, sir, was I was all but done digging the rubble out when I accidentally dug through the floor. A little. Then this Barnby chap appears out of nowhere, moaning that I woke him up, and starts in on me. I'd be dead if it weren't for the wizard.
Oh, Douglas, not only are you an expert digger, but you are also an expert comedian. Your completely implausible ghost story amuses me. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, well, alright then. Since the tunnel's mostly cleared, I was wondering if I could go back up topside. My lunch is getting cold.
Of course, Douglas. You've more than earned that lunch. You and your wizard friend are always welcome down here in my dreams. Arrivederci.
Wizard, you found...
Did you get eaten by a cave troll or a sewer kraken?
No, I don't think so. But I did almost get mollywalloped by a really tired old arborist. Proper grumpy fellow he was.
Well, we're just happy you're back.
Me too. It's all thanks to the wizard. Now, if it's all right with you lot, I'd really like to eat my lunch now.
Oh, well, Dougie, me boy, I'm afraid I got some bad news.
its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well the troll came to life and attacked the audience. The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today. original practitioners of death magic were shunned by their societies, written off and punished as plague carriers and spirit thieves. And it's true that many of ill intent found a school with such spooky spells thematically amenable. The worst such group was the cult of the Corrosive Chorus, a sect from ancient Azteca who loathed the Song of Creation and sought to unwrite it. They traveled across nascent skyways, summoning banshees and spectral skulls to scream a discordant melody that could unmake worlds. Some believe Bartleby himself intervened to stop them, cursing the death cult with eternal life, sealed forever in a soundproof prison.
You found the books on the ancient history of magic? Let me get my notepad out and tell me everything you learned. Wow, that's a lot! Gonna need a minute here, pal, to process all that. Okay, I'm good. But all the answers in those books just bring up more questions. Like, what happened to these titans? And what's with the sentient plants? But what do they do? We need to get the straight dirt from the horse's mouth. Meaning, go ask all the trees themselves. While you do that, I'll study the books.
What are we, spell trees? Why, we are the offshoots of the great-grandfather tree. He who, with his sister grandmother Raven, sang the song of creation and wove the spiral into being. Life magic in particular resonates with that song, uses its chords and verses to stitch wounds and mend spirits, to heal a fragmented world. And the titans responsible for that sundering? They were lulled to sleep by Bartleby himself. May they sleep evermore.
Spell trees aid in the invention of new spells and the crafting of treasure cards. I am the Tree of Myth. Mine is the burden to remember the stories of old heroes and monsters. It is from these tales that myth spells are born. Speak to me to learn recipes for myth spells. The other trees hold similar recipes for their own schools.
What's cooking, wizard? Oh, I think it's me. I am raw fire, after all, undiminished by any contradictory forces. Huh? Oh, all magical schools have an opposite. A school to which they're vulnerable, but against which they're strong. Fire melts ice, but melted ice douses fire. Similarly, life and death contrast, as does the creativity of myth with the destructiveness of storm. Balance? Yeah, I guess we do all sort of balance each other out. That's a good way to look at it, wizard.
How long have we been here? As long as I can remember. I don't know if we are the first, but these are the only spell trees I've known. Well, except for Mortis, the spell tree of death. I hear he came from elsewhere, but I know not where. Alas, he is, perhaps, ironically, dead. Destroyed with the death school in Malister's tantrum, so we cannot ask him. So, Wizard, Calvin told you about Mortis and that he came from elsewhere, but Blossom said we all came from Bartleby. Confused? Well, both are correct. Bartleby's roots stretch invisibly to every world in the spiral, and in any of those worlds, spell trees can bloom. A balance tree? I've never met one. It's possible one is out there somewhere. You need only to look.
You talk to the trees? They think the death tree is dead. There may be a world of balanced trees. Myth is weak against storm? What a scoop! This will make for a great article on the history of magic. And don't worry, I'm happy to share a byline. What was your name again? Fantastic! Till next time, pal.
Another wizard? A servant of the one called Malister, are you? No? Oh, then perhaps you can help us. Malister has been here many times, and each time he comes he raises more of the oppressive tuts from their slumbers, seeking their knowledge. They must be stopped, or they will enslave the Mander people again. If you would help us, talk to the Sergeant Major in the Oasis.
What ho! Greetings, youngster. You must be one of those wizards from Wizard City. Sergeant Major Sylvester Quimby Talbot III at your service. Order of the Fang? I think I heard Professor Winthrop mention that name. He and his crew are still excavating when they should be evacuating. You'll find Professor Winthrop inside the pyramid. Perhaps he has some information that can help you. And please, try to keep him safe.
Well, hello again, young wizard. Good to see you again. I see you made it out of Wizard City. I was worried the place was falling apart. You'd be glad to know all them Smiths you found are being appreciated. I found them all good homes, I did. They'll be safe so long as Malister don't get his way. Maybe you could help me again. I need to round up beetles. They're all over Krokotopia. You bring it back to me and I'll reward you.
Ooh, at last, someone who can help me. Please take this parchment to Zane at the library. Yes, the library is over by the prospector's camp. Ooh, I should have given this to Zane weeks ago. Yes.
Ah, the very information I need indeed. I appreciate you for bringing it here to me. Tinu can be such a procrastinator sometimes. Could you help me out? I am up to my eyeballs in shelving parchment, and I've got little time. But I'm also trying to collect stories about the history of my race, the Manders. I know many things about our race, but I feel it is incomplete. I fear some of our stories might have been lost in the passage of time. It would be great if you could interview a Mander named Hech Aldim just on the other side of the oasis. It would help out my research greatly, and I'm too busy to go myself.
Are you thirsty for knowledge? I can help. So, Miss Dangletree sent you to me, eh? From the looks of you, you're still a novice crafter, only able to craft one thing at a time before resting. Under my teaching, you'll earn another crafting slot. You'll be able to craft 2 items at once. I need you to go and make 2 rings of insight to demonstrate to me that you know what you're doing. Bring them back to me, and we'll talk.
History? My great-grandmander told me some stories he found in the Chamber of the Chosen. He said our race was once happy and lived without care. All that changed when the Crocs arrived. They were migrating due to hardships and plagues they had in their old lands. We began by helping them out. But we were too generous as a race. We helped them out until one day we discovered that we were their servants. Well, slaves. Sadly, we have become victims of our own kind-hearted nature. Oh well, maybe it was meant to be this way. I hope not. Amazing! You learned all that from talking with Hitch? I never knew that about the history of our race. No wonder the Crocs didn't record that knowledge. You've saved me time and effort. How about asking Salab ibn Dur what he knows about the history of the Mander race? He is usually within the pyramid.
Come in, watch your step. Things are amiss down here. You say you are looking for the Order of the Fang? As a matter of fact, I was just researching them when the Crocs came to life and attacked. When the Crocs attacked, my diggers and I had just found an ancient obelisk describing the Order of the Fang. We had to evacuate everyone. If only I could see rubbings of the inscription on the obelisk, I could learn more about the Order. Do you think you could make rubbings for me? You can find the ancient obelisk at the dig site in the Royal Hall.
Look there, wizard. Do you see that device? It's a teleporter. If you use it, it will transport you to other teleporters on this street. You can get where you're going quickly.
You make the rubbings.
We were digging in this area when we were attacked by menacing crocs. I lost all my equipment in the confusion. Could you go get my equipment for me? I have it packed in wooden crates. Those crates are scattered everywhere. Ah, wonderful! You found my crates. Thank you so much. Since you are so good at finding my equipment, perhaps you can help me again. I don't know where I put my inventory list. Would you search the dig site for it? I probably left it near one of the camps. My inventory list! Wonderful! You found it! Oh dear, now where are those artifacts I found? Bad news! Those artifacts were very powerful. If the Crocs took them, we could be in big trouble. Would you mind battling the Crocs until you get those artifacts back? I would appreciate it greatly.
Can you believe it? When the Crocs attacked, my notebook fell apart and all the pages scattered. I can't leave this place without that information. My notes on the Crocs may seem like ancient history to you, but they may have some bearing on our present situation. Maybe they can explain Malastair's interest in this place. I think the charmed slaves picked up the pages of my notebook. Could you get those notebook pages back for me?
These rubbings are perfect. Let me decipher the text.
Professor Winthrop studies the rubbings and grows frightened.
My word! The Order of the Fang was a secret group of croc wizards who wrote a book of rituals called the Croconomicon, the most powerful source of knowledge about life and death magic. The Croconomicon cannot fall to Malastair. Perhaps this order has something to do with the crocs attacking us now. Did Malastair put them up to it? He has done similar work in Wizard City. We need to find out more. While I was running for my life from the croc attack, I saw Beatty Narini take an ancient tablet. He's the leader of the crocs in this area. Beatty Narini must have the answers we're looking for. To reach him, we'd need a key to his chamber. Our fighting men are trying to protect our archaeologist. Could you defeat Narini crocs until you find a croc carrying the chamber key and take it from them?